Imagine waking up every day feeling like you're trapped in a cage built not by walls, but by invisible rules nobody ever told you existed. You hustle, you build, you lead. But that nagging voice inside keeps whispering, is this really where your power lives? Is this version of freedom just another illusion? Let's be honest. Most systems, most societies out there, they are designed to keep you small, to keep you boxed in. They sell you comfort like it's a prize. But comfort is the slow, silent killer of dreams. It dulls the fire inside you. It whispers lies about safety while burying your guts beneath convenience and conformity. If you're a founder, an investor, a leader, you know this pain better than anyone. The frustration of feeling tethered, limited, misunderstood by a world that glorifies obedience yet punishes real rebellion. This is the invisible battle every exceptional individual fights daily. But here's the thing. Your greatest weapon, the lever nobody talks about, the source of unbreakable resilience, is your ability to go beyond those cages, beyond nations, beyond outdated identities. This weapon is cosmopolitanism. It's not a buzzword, not a trendy hashtag. It's the ultimate escape hatch when everything around you fractures and falls apart. See, what people call freedom today is just a cage of borders, labels, and old loyalties. Sticky traps made to keep us small, divided, powerless. But when you embrace the world as your true home, when you start living as a citizen of the world instead of a subject of a single flag or system, something incredible happens. You don't just survive chaos. You bend it to your will and turn it into resilience that's unshakable. This is the real secret. It's not about building thicker walls or following another rulebook. It's about tearing the walls down altogether and forging new pathways, wild, uncharted, fueled by the power of connection across differences. Because resilience today isn't about going it alone. It's about transcending impossible boundaries and harnessing collective brilliance that makes any crisis a springboard, not a trap. Every system you serve today will eventually betray you. The markets will crash. Politics will shred alliances, and economies will wobble on feet of clay. You felt that stab of uncertainty, the moment when everything you once trusted crumbles, and all you have left is your own raw power to remake reality. That's the raw edge where cosmopolitanism lives, the edge where the world's borders blur, and you're free to reinvent who you are, where you belong, what you create. This isn't theoretical. This is the fight that every leader who refuses a borrowed life is now facing. To be resilient, you must step away from the security of old identities and dive headfirst into a collective that doesn't ask you to fit in, but to stand out fiercely. To connect not with armies, but with a handful of other rare sparks who burn so bright you can light up entire galaxies together. And here's a truth that most won't tell you. No matter how exceptional you are, if you remain isolated in your nationality, trapped in an echo chamber of familiar faces and ideas, your power slowly leaks away. It's not your talent that's missing. It's brutal misalignment. The world does not reward brilliance that sticks out too far from the line. It punishes the radical, isolates the misunderstood and the rare. But the right kind of connection, woven from respect for difference and built on shared fire, can transform that isolation into unstoppable force. Cosmopolitanism is the lens where exceptional individuals find each other, not by erasing differences, but by amplifying them. This is how resilience becomes exponential. This is how cracks in reality don't break you. They reconstruct you anew. A cosmopolitan mindset makes you sovereign. It refuses borrowed narratives. It creates a vital network where your will is your weapon. Your unique brilliance finds its match, and together you rewrite rules instead of bowing to them. Think about the sheer chaos around us. Conflicts beyond borders, economies shaking, information twisting truth like a weapon. Those stuck inside old models will collapse under the pressure. But those who embrace cosmopolitanism don't just withstand the storms. They pivot, adapt, and create futures that feel impossible to anyone still chained to the past. You've felt it. The suffocating limits. The sense that the world you inherited is broken beyond repair. But that feeling, it's your call to arms, to refuse the illusion that your life is dictated by geography or ideology, to rise as a global architect, a creator who belongs everywhere and nowhere fixed, who uses every boundary as a bridge rather than a barrier. Here's how to unleash that power. First, reject the comfort of consensus. Comfort is compromise disguised as safety. The edge where progress breathes is the discomfort of questioning everything. Ask yourself brutal questions. Why do you serve the rules you follow? Who benefits if you stay inside the lines? What happens when you decide those lines don't exist anymore? You must be critical, not for the sake of cynicism, but for clarity, to find the cracks big enough to rewrite the game. Only by transforming your reality, not tweaking it, you create resilience that no system can take away. Next, be fiercely selective about your connections. This journey isn't for the many. It's for the few who burn with rare fire. Find those few. Those founders, investors, visionaries who refuse borrowed lives. Align with them fiercely, because synergy between rare minds isn't just collaboration, it's alchemy. This is how a network of cosmopolitans works. You honor your individuality while forging strength from your difference. Together, you become an unstoppable force, not despite contrast, but because of it. Patience matters here too. This isn't about fast fixes or chasing instant belonging. It's a long game. It's an eternity of deliberate becoming. Resilience is built over time, with ruthless discipline, and by refusing to settle for anything less than your truest expression. The quiet, unbearable tension inside you, that voice telling you there's more, that's your fuel. Embrace it. It's the fire you won't find in textbooks or boardrooms. It's the sign that you're meant to rise above illusions, that your resilience won't come from comfort or certainty, but from the raw power of stepping out, connecting deeply, and becoming more. Beyond name, beyond system, beyond old identities. This is the ultimate lever for resilience, not in safe spaces made by flags or broken promises, but in the wild and untamed territory of cosmopolitanism, where you live and breathe as a sovereign individual who belongs to a world without borders. It's in the refusal to be processed, classified, or commodified by systems that kill the self. It's in the embrace of dissonance and difference as fuel, not threats. It's in crafting your own path with the few who share your fire, who see not your flag, but your future. Your resilience is waiting beyond all the illusions. It's waiting where you unlearn what you've been told, connect where others see division, and burn so bright that no system, no crisis, no chaos can dim your light. Cosmopolitanism isn't some abstract ideal. It's your lifeline out of the endless cycle of control, compromise, and quiet despair. It's the weapon you brandish when everything else fails. It's the community you build when systems forget you. So if you feel that tension, that silent roar inside you that screams, "It's time to be more," then don't look back. The world you belong to isn't confined to borders or identities. It's a movement of rare souls who refuse to bow, who refuse to break, who are rewriting what resilience truly means. And once you tap into that power, once you connect in that way, you'll never be vulnerable again. You'll be unstoppable. This is the revolution of resilience, and cosmopolitanism is the key. You were never meant to accept the cage. You were made to tear it down. And when you do, when you truly become a global force, you unlock a future no one could ever imagine, but everyone will depend on.